Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. From Solomon Scott Selections here for Thursday, June 30th. For again today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in baseball with the Astros on the money line at minus 122 on Bet Online. It wasn't easy. It was 0-0 after 8 innings, and then Houston had a 2-run homer in the top of the ninth, held on in the bottom of the ninth, and won the game 2-0. So nice winner there. Look for another winner here on Thursday. However, didn't really like anything on the light baseball cards. So we're going to transition to the WNBA, looking at the only game on the card between the Atlanta Dream and the New York Liberty. And for this matchup, we like the Liberty minus the 4.5 at minus 105 on Bet Online. Time recording of 12:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the Liberty in the spot. First reason, both these teams heading in opposite directions. The Liberty, after a very terrible start to the season, have actually been really good recently, as the New York has won 5 of its last 7 games. Meanwhile, the Dream, the exact opposite. They started the year as a pleasant surprise, potentially a dark horse team to make the playoffs. And then they hit an absolute wall because the Dream have lost 7 of their last 8 games. One big reason why the Dream are struggling, they are atrocious on the highway. The Dream have lost each of their last 6 road games, so I expect them to struggle in New York here on Thursday night. Plus, these teams did just play against each other on June 24th in Atlanta, and New York won handily on the road as they won that game by 12. On top of that, the Liberty's success has really been because of a sudden offensive, I'd say, boost based on cohesion. It's a young overall team. We saw that Ionescu and Howard have really started to blossom together as they both made the All-Star team. But the Liberty offensively have been solid lately. The Dream not so much. And in the last meeting, the Liberty were able to score 89 points on the road. So I do think that Atlanta should struggle defensively once again in this matchup. And if the Liberty get to 85, I do think they should end up covering this number. But the way that I see it, the Liberty have been the much better team recently. They just beat this team on the road by 12. Now they're back home. I think this game should end up being a little bit one-sided, as the Liberty should win by at least 7 points or so. Plus, we want to go through a trend. The Liberty are 7-0 ATS in their last 7 games against Eastern Conference opponents. So the Liberty have really done well against some of the rivals, so to speak. And I do think the Liberty at home with the far superior roster should get the job done here. I'd be shocked if 4.5 was still available by opening tip. I expect to probably close it around 5.5 or 6, but I'm going to get an early at minus 105. So play that once again here for Thursday, June 30th. Is going to be on the Liberty minus 4.5 at minus 105 on Bet Online. Bye, everyone.